Everyone. Now we are going to consider another set of practical today, which is based on mechanics. And in this case, this is GCE based, not normal SSCE. This is GCE. You understand? Although it is still SSCE, it is still WAEC, but not the normal school exam. But in this case, we are going to consider mechanics, and the question is going to look like this. The one here will be provided with a meter rule and some other necessary apparatus. Now, according to the question, they said we should measure and record the values of distances xi. Distances xi. That is the first one here. Distances xi. And that's your distance xi. It means if we come back here, the distance from here to the last point here, that's this is a meter rule normally. So the distance here, that is what is referred to as x. But now x1 means they're going to give us several distances. Do you understand that? So I'm going to measure and record the values of the distances xi. Read and record the values of the angles theta1. Read and record the corresponding values of the time t1. In each cases, also evaluate the first question here. Theta, which is 180 minus phi. Beta, which is cos theta. Then gamma, which is t and t2. This t is the period. Then this t should be t squared and t squared. You understand? Now, let us go into the practical. Now, this is the practical aspect of it. And in this practical aspect of it, we'll be having we are going to measure. It's based on measurement. It is based on measurement. That is what you can see there. Now, this one is like what was given to us above. It's like this. Did you get that? It's like this. But now, it is splitted into segments. The first one here, we are supposed to use ruler to measure from this point to this point. But as it is given directly. It is given directly. Now, if you look at it, this is 5 centimeter, while this is 95 centimeter. Now, it means x1 is going to be between 5 and 95. It means 5 off, then the other 5 off, that is 10. So in between is 90 centimeter. Do you understand that? That will be x1. Now we are going to plot a table. We are going to draw the table. We are going to draw the table according to the procedures. Now let's go. Now the first one here is x. That is x. Don't forget to put your serial number. I've been saying this. And before we proceed, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Subscribe and make sure that you comment where necessary, and watch this video to the end so that you can understand what I am going to teach you today. Now let's move ahead. Now, serial number, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exactly. The first one here is x. Don't forget to put your unit centimeter. It is necessary, or else marks will be deducted. Now let's go. In the first x here, I've said it before, 5 off, 5 off. That means in between is 90. Do you understand that? In between is 90 centimeter. So the first one here is 90.0 centimeter. Now the second one, if you look at it, 10 off here, then 10 off here, that's 20 off. So in between is going to be 80. Is that clear? In another way, you can say 90 minus 10. Do you get that? That is 20. 20.0.0. Then the third one, the same thing. Here we have 15 off. 15 off. That means 85 minus 15. I think that is going to be, sorry, this one is 80, please, not 20. So we have, this is 90 minus 10. That is 80, not 20, please. 80.0. Why this one is 85 minus 15? That is going to give us, 70.0. 70.0. Then the fourth one is 20 and 80. Now welcome back. The fourth one is 20 off, another 20 off. That's 20 minus 80 minus 20. That will give us 60. So we have here the fourth one, 60.0. Now the last one is 25 off. Here also 25 off. 75 minus 25. That will give us 50. So the 50 one, which is the last one, 50.0. Now we are done with that. The next one we are going to consider is this. We will come back to what they asked us to read, which is we have gotten this. Now we will now read theta 1. Read theta 1. We've done this already. We'll come back and read theta 1. Do you understand that? Your theta 1. Now let's come back here. In terms of this theta, we are going to make use of our protractor. Don't forget, if you are going to exam hall, you must go with your mathematical set. Not just mathematical set, but your ruler. Your ruler must be long one, not the short one in the mathematical set. You get it? Now, you use this to measure. You place it here. We have, it is still theta 1. Here also is still theta 1. So we have theta 1. We also have theta 1. All what you need to do is to measure. So when you place it, it's going to be in this form. Don't forget, place it this way. Make sure that the knob here, this hole, is exactly on this point. Exactly. Make sure it's exactly on this point so that you can get the correct value, or else you cannot get it. Now let's go. If you place it, and don't forget this line this 90 degree must fall on, it must fall on this line, must fall on this arrow. Do you understand that? Now if you place it, it's going to look like this. According to the calculation there, that is 20, come in. Okay, that is 20 degree. 20 degree. One, this is 10 degree. This is another 10 degree. Don't say because here is 90, so it should be 80, 70, 80, 90. It is 10. Each space is 10. This is 10. This is another 10, which is 20 degree. Exactly. Now you come back to the table. Write your theta in degree. Don't forget, this is, we got 20 that time. 20 degree. 20 degree. Now you measure the next one. You don't need to measure this again because the two are the same, theta 1, theta 1. Now the next one again, you measure it. That will be, if you place it as well, it's going to give you a value. It's going to give you a value. Okay, that is 10, 20, 30. 10, 20, 30. You record as 30 degree. Do you get me? Now, I don't want this video to be too long. I am going to measure those angles. You have gotten how to measure the angles already. Next thing we are going to consider will be the time. The time, which is, if you look at it here, we have the time t1. That's the next, that's my figure 3, time t1. So come to the table, you write your t, and you remember time is in second. Don't forget, time is in second. Exactly. Make sure you put your unit there. Time is in second. Do you understand that? Now let's proceed. This one, if you are to measure it, you don't need to waste time here. This is the first one. Remember, this place is 30 and this place is 35 according to what is given. 30, 35. So if you are to measure, if this is 30, this is 31, this is 32. That means the pointer is on 32. So you come here and write your 32, 32, exactly. You can say 32.0, but leave it as it is, maybe 32.0. Do you understand that? Now, come here again. That's your second one. You say this is 30. The pointer is on 31.5. It's in between 31 and 32. So it's on 31.5. Come here and write your 31.5. Then that is the reason why I'm using one decimal place. Although the original thing we're supposed to use is 2 decimal places. Don't forget, 2 decimal places. Now, the third one is the same thing. You read it as well. This is 1, 2. The third one is the same thing. This is 30. It is on 31. You can see it. It's on 31. Did you understand that? Now you come here, you write your 31.0. Let me quickly complete that so that I will not waste the whole of the time in the video. Alright, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and watch this video to the end. Do you understand that? And don't forget as well, comment where necessary. If you are not clear with anything, comment. I'm going to answer you. Now, coming back here, I've placed all the values. Now the next thing we have to consider now is, they said in each case evaluate. Now theta equal to 180 minus 5. That thing there is 5. So we have theta equal to 180 minus 5. Minus 5. Remember, it is still degree Celsius. It is still degree Celsius. Sorry, it is in degree, not degree Celsius, please. I'm sorry. It's still in degree. Degree. You don't need to put this. You can just put degree on 180. Now we have seen that, and that's theta. You come here, already we have gotten theta before. Do you understand that? Sorry, we have gotten phi before, not theta, phi. We've gotten phi before. Now they say we should find theta equal to 180 minus 5. That means 180 minus 20. That will give us 170 degree. 180 minus 30. That will give us 150 degree. As the case may be, let me complete the rest. Now the first one, 180 minus 20 will give us 160. 180 minus 30 will give us 150. Like that, we get 120. That is our theta. Now, if you look at the next question, they say we should find cos theta. Coming back here, you write cos theta. Mind you, it is still in degree. So the cos of 160, you will write it there. Cos 160, you write it. Now you use your calculator. If you press cos 160 with your calculator, exactly, cos 160, it will give you a value. Cos 160. Let me quickly impute that. Now these are the values I got. It is giving me negative answer. Exactly. Remember that cos between 90, that's between 90 and 180. Cos is negative. I hope you know that. Cos is negative between 90 and 180. That's why we have minus all through. So it's giving us negative sign. Is that clear? Now, if you come back here again, they say we should find the period t and also t square. Mind you, this is square, not t2. T square. Now, t and also t square. Now, to get our t is in second. That is the period. Then we'll have t square, also second square. Don't forget. Now, let's come back here. This t, they said in the question that we are going to do it using 20 complete oscillations. 20 complete oscillations. So when you come back here, it's going to be this t is equal to small t over 20. Do you get that? Small t over 20. It means we are going to divide each of the time that we have gotten by 20. This divided by 20, divided by 20, like that. You have your answers. Let me quickly do that. Alright, back to business. Alright, you know, the time now, t, which is this t, divided by 20 will give us that. This one divided by 20 will give us that, as the case may be. If you square this one square will give us this. This one square will give us this. Be squaring it to give us that. So that is the practical for this question. Do you understand that? That's the practical for this question. And mind you, don't forget to subscribe and also to ask questions where necessary. Like as well. Exactly. Give a thumb up. Do you understand that? Now, the question is you have to plot graph of t square against cos theta. T square on vertical axis and cos theta on horizontal axis. You have to also determine the slope as the case may be. Maybe we'll do that one later. Exactly. And don't forget precautions in terms of this. They are going to ask you some precautions, which I'm going to tell you in the next video. Is that taken? So thank you very much for watching, and don't forget that when you are going to the exam hall, if you have your physics practical, it is alternative to practical. Don't forget to go with your mathematical set. It must be complete. And the mathematical set you are going with, make sure you buy your long ruler, because they are not going to put long ruler inside the mathematical set. It is necessary. You will need it for measurement. And also the complete set, everything must be there so I can be able to work successfully. Is that taken? So thank you very much, and thank you for listening, and thank you for subscribing. Subscribe, don't worry. Subscribe, and I will give you more of physics practical. And I have discovered that nowadays many students are running away from practicals like this. Instead, they are going for something that can never favor them. So this is the opportunity you have. Make use of it. Thank you very much, and see you in our next class.